Welcome to another Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I am Benjamin, and I apologize for the odd angle of my camera today, but in a minute I hope you'll understand why. I'm trying to share with you some of the last purchases that were inspired by my being at the American Numismatic Summer Seminar, the Numismatic Association World's Fair of Money that was held in my hometown back in my God, August, and I'm finally having time to share this with you. But in order to do this, I have to have this camera at a really weird angle just so that you're not blinded by what I have to show you. Let's go ahead and let's change the view to that. Unfortunately, you got to see my messy desk, but I hope that you can get over it, because what I have to show with you guys today are metallic things that I don't know could be called coins or banknotes, because they are a form of metal foil. This is from the Cook Islands, and it's actually a $5 coin that bears the design of the Indian and the buffalo from the U.S. buffalo nickel. But what's neat about it is it contains 1/5 of a gram of 4.9 fine gold, and so it has a value that is forever going to be linked to the price of gold. And while this is actually a coin of a foreign nation, I saw some of the technology and some of the things for sale at the ANA show, so I want to share some of those things with you right now. The company Ora, which actually makes gold foil coins at for foreign countries as well as here in the United States, we're giving away these 25 Orums, which is, I don't know, they have pure gold in them too, 24 karat gold in them, and they show a prairie dog. And if you've ever spent time in Oklahoma, you'll be like, dang, prairie dogs, aren't they cute? Yes, they are, but this particular note is really adorable. What you see on the back here is just an image of it, and this is what they gave away. So they were actually giving away gold on the floor of the show. They weren't the only ones giving away gold on the floor. You could actually go to the floor of the show and be given something called a Goldback. This is an Oklahoma Goldback, and since they released them at the show, I was able to get a half Goldback for free. And the neat thing about these Goldbacks is, like, depending on their size, they actually contain this percentage of a troy ounce of 24 karat gold, and they are exchangeable for gold coin, believe it or not. And I want to go into a little bit more detail about all the things that are on the Goldback and how they are an amazing new thing that kind of step up the game of local currency. Let me sit down to get started, and we'll get a little bit further on this. Okay, let's see what I can do now. Since we started with the gold, we'll just go there. And I'm sorry for the glare. I don't know how to shoot this without getting rid of that glare. But here we have an Oklahoma Goldback, and Goldbacks are vendors sign up to accept them in payment, and all the payment and the value of the Goldback is not based on this being a half Goldback, so it's worth a $50. It's a half Goldback, so it's based on 1/2000th of an ounce of gold. So I believe the last time I checked this online on the Goldback website, this would actually negotiate for about, I don't know, $3 or $4. So you could almost get a cup of coffee with it at Starbucks with the actual gold that this note contains. It's a specific amount of gold, and it's been like embedded inside of, I don't know, some sort of a polymer, I guess. But when you turn it over, you see that it is a one-sided note. You see it has engraving, it has a serial number, and it has a fantastic design. There is a little bit of a motto on that, and they made it vertical so that the federal government won't get offended or think that they're trying to circulate a second currency like happened with the Liberty dollars some years ago. So they took what was learned from that situation, and they've made a gold currency tied to the value of gold that can be negotiated clear across the United States at anybody who's willing to accept them. All you need are these and the app so that you see what they're trading for on that particular day. So they're a step up from paper or wooden nickels or so-called dollars that are only valuable for a certain part of time. These are going to be negotiable for gold, and if the economy fails, these will still have their price, their value of gold. And since I bought a couple, I've had the value go up to some crazy percentages. So let's just take a look at what I got here. This is Oklahoma half, and you can see a lassoing woman. You can see a longhorn cow. This is actually going to be something that I may put into my collection of cows. I don't know, but it's a gorgeous note. And in addition to the half, we have the one. And the one has a frontier chick on horseback. You can see the covered wagons behind her. Isn't that just really well designed? There's flowers, there's critters. Here's the two Oklahoma Goldback. And this is, an Indian village seaside, or, lakeside, riverside. An homage to our population. This one is a 1/500th troy ounce. So 500 of these would equal about, a troy ounce of gold. So right now, this one, you look it up online and you would have the value of a 500th of an ounce of gold, which, the half is $3 or $4. So this is close to a $20 piece of gold here. And if you are inclined to, if you go to that website, you'll see that they actually have activities where they melt these down and they assay them, and you can actually see the gold dust. And that's what you should consider. Way back in the days when they were finding gold out in the gold fields, they would negotiate everything with a pinch of gold dust. Well, your pinch of gold dust is now in a banknote. It's pretty nice. This is the $3 Oklahoma Goldback, and only people who get a $3 Goldback are the people who sign up to be a vendor. So if you work at a job or you do something and you're willing to pay or to receive your pay in a Goldback, then they will sign you up. You'll get a three Goldback, and then you will get free advertising because there's that same website lets you click on a state and a city, and you have a list of everybody who will take a Goldback clear across the United States. And, the 3 is kind of nice. You have a lovely frontier country girl, rock formations, more plants and animals, and here we are playing a guitar. This is actually a 3/1000th of a troy ounce of gold. And the final Oklahoma one that I'm sharing with you is the 5. I was able to buy a 5, a 2, a 1, and a half, which figures out to 8.5 Goldbacks, and I was able to buy these for around $60 because that's about how much gold there is in them, $60. So, I mean, you're not paying a premium terribly over. I mean, I think you're paying a premium, but the thing is, a $20 gold piece didn't have $20 of gold in it because somebody needed to make money somewhere. A silver eagle, when it was made, did not have, and first sold, did not have, an ounce, or it did not have, well, no, it has, the gold coins and silver coins when they were 900 fine were what they are. Now, since we don't use them in our economy, you are negotiating a little bit above the value of the gold that they contain. And so one reason these serve that way is because whoever makes them has a little bit of the profit, but then you have the ability for the gold and the silver to go up and down. And so you're always going to have a value. And if you're wanting to buy a bullion coin, I would buy a bullion coin. But if you're wanting to negotiate with gold or silver in a currency form, then you might want to have something like a Goldback, because your paper's never going to hold its value, but a Goldback will. Anyway, this is the 5, and you see an oil derrick, and you see it flowing. You see an armed young lady. I kind of like how they're all young ladies, and you see an early car in the background. So these were the Oklahoma ones, and they also make a 10, a 25, a 50, and 100. So you can get up to 100 Goldbacks from the state of Oklahoma. And then you can also do the same thing from, what was another one? Florida. You can do the same thing from Florida. And here we have a woman dressed up like a conquistador with her horse looking for the fountain of youth. A lovely Florida theme on a Florida Goldback. Here is the one Florida Goldback. A guitar playing young lady. Some flags. Lighthouses, maybe? Just a beautiful, beautiful gold impregnated note. Here we have another waterside of a native tribe. And I think it'd be funny if it was the same tribe that's on the Oklahoma, because the Seminoles were relocated to Oklahoma, and some of them came, and not all of them stayed in Florida. But wouldn't that be interesting if that was a Seminole on the 2? And then here we have a pirate lass on the 5. I wish I had the 10, the 25, the 50, and the 100 to show you, but these are pretty nice. The only other state that I have 5 for are Arizona, and Arizona's just came out this past month. And so here we have a Spanish mission, and we have a young Spanish lass with cactus flowers and all these other birds and things that you would expect to see on an Arizona banknote. Here is a 1 Goldback with another Hispanic lass, a saguaro cactus, flowers, javelina, desert tortoise. Just a lovely, lovely note. And then you have a 2. And you have can't be an ocean explorer. I mean, it's Arizona, so it's probably in some river off the canyon, maybe even, I don't know, the Colorado River, or whatever river runs through the Grand Canyon. Lovely note. And then here, a Wild West gunfighter, and the OK Corral, a tumbleweed, a Gila monster. I mean, these notes have everything as far as design is concerned. And it's not just Arizona, Florida, and Oklahoma that have made Goldbacks. Goldbacks have been around for a while, and Wyoming has a series of Goldbacks, and I have a 1 Goldback from them. You have your buffalo, your eagle, your Native American. Looks like some sunflowers. They're going to be doing a new modern design for Goldbacks, and unlike other stuff, these are never going to be worthless. So a lot like our US dollars, they're still going to be around, and they're still going to be negotiable because they still have gold based on 4.9 fine. Here's a Utah Goldback, and this Utah has a tree, a native, a legend, and flora and fauna. Here's Nevada's. Lovely. See the pheasant there at the bottom? And here is New Hampshire, because believe it or not, New Hampshire has a lot of the Wild West tendencies of all these other banknotes that you can find out west in the United States. And yes, they have the permission in their state to negotiate payments in gold. And here you go with some of the Northeast tribes. There's a Indian maiden, and that wouldn't be a teepee. That would be like I believe a wickiup or a wigwam. And you can see the flora and fauna on this one too. I see the pumpkins and I see the corn. So just one more thing, and there could have been the 3 sisters. And then finally, South Dakota also has the privilege of supporting the negotiation and the use of gold in their area. So here we have a buffalo, an eagle. We have a Native American woman who is doing the hoop dance. If you've never seen the hoop dance, it's something to see. It's very Olympic, and I was very impressed the first time I saw it. And here at the bottom, you see other little aspects, animals and flowers that hail to the Native American life. So they're continually adding at about the rate of 4 states a time, these notes. And Texas, strangely enough, is being difficult. And so to please the people of Texas, they've actually made Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas note This is the same people who've designed the Goldbacks that I just showed you. This is just so that Texas can get in on this action. And so here we have a scene of the skyline of Dallas-Fort Worth. And over here you can see it's Y'all Street, and there's horses in the foreground and looks like some cattle as well. And you can see that they have the guarantee of the metallic content just like every other Goldback has. And these negotiate on the website for everything and the value of a one Goldback. So there you go. I thought that was pretty cool. And then this, I was trying to show you, this was a free gift at the ANA show of a 25 milligrams of 24 karat gold from the company Orem that makes all of these Goldbacks for Goldback, and then the Texas piece that I just showed you. This was a 25 with the prairie dog on it, and I can't tell you how much fun prairie dogs are for you, unless you like horses, and then they're the death of far too many horses because of all the holes they like to make. But they're like America's meerkat, and I loved them. And then when you compare all of those to this unusual Cook Island coin that is made the same way these banknotes are, just very thin, but contain a specified amount of gold. You know, we can see one way the currency is going, and I never thought there would be a time in my life where I would see a legal tender coin or a banknote that actually contained and could be negotiated for its gold content. If you want more information on this, I suggest that you Google Goldback or Goldbacks. And if you want any more information from me, you can drop me an email and I'll be happy to hook you up with the coin shop where I work up, where you can negotiate these. And if you wanted to be somebody who wanted a 3 Goldback for free because you have a service that you can accept payment in Goldbacks in, then also send me an email. I'll make sure that you have my email and are welcome to drop me a line. People from around the world, if you want to buy Goldbacks, I don't know that they can be negotiated where you're at, but they do have a specified and a legal content of gold, and so they might serve as a method for you to circulate in your own country, in your own village, in your own town, maybe in your own business. It's a neat thing, and I'll be sad. I'm sadly honest. It was a thing that I diminished totally because I was like, oh, whatever, because I felt like it would be token. But no, every one of these contains a specified amount of gold that's negotiable, redeemable, and functions in circulation. Here in Oklahoma City, you can get your hair done, you can get your nails done, you can go buy pizza, you can negotiate tires, I think, at one of the gas stations around here. So I mean, it's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger all the time, and it's so many states now, and it might actually be a local currency that parallels because of its gold content, and because gold is always going to be the main valuation of these items. So right now my half Goldback is worth about $3 or $4, and so my 1's worth about $8, and so my 2 is worth about $16, and my 5 is worth about $32 to $35 right now. And whenever I got them, they were worth about $5 or $6 less because gold went down. What didn't go down? The value of the Goldback. If you're interested in more Goldbacks, hit me up. This has been Swaggerty. Have a jewel of a day.